Hey, bestie, welcome back. Come join me while I tidy up my house and prepare an after school snack for my little kiddos that are at school today. I have a lot to say about that. We are transitioning from a homeschool family to a public school family, and it was kind of a sudden decision to make. We made it a long time ago, but just the decision came to us really suddenly and surprisingly, and I always said that it would take an inspiration from God to make me want to switch my mind over and take them back to public school, because it was a huge inspiration and push from our Heavenly Father to homeschool them. So it would make sense to me that it needed to be His decision, not mine. So every time I would get frustrated homeschooling and I'd have a bad day with my kids, I would say to myself, okay, is this me wanting to put them back in public school because I'm frustrated, or is this inspiration? And it was always never inspiration. It was frustration. However, this time I had this sudden pull, quiet, sudden, and pretty strong pull to put my children into public school. And it wasn't a frustrating day. We weren't even in the middle of homeschooling. I was by myself. I had some alone time taking a kid to volleyball, and I was making a list of all the school supplies that we were going to need for the next school year. And all of a sudden, before I started writing down anything on our list, I had this feeling that it would be okay for our kids to go to public school this year. And I felt like this shock. It was just a shock to me because we've homeschooled for the last 6 years. Some of our children have never been to public school. And it was just a big shock to me. So we spent the next little while praying about it and talking about it between the two of us. And that was our decision. I was just suddenly joined by little ones. Hey buddy, sit down. I just, and ever since then I've been okay. Like I thought when we would get to that stage of taking them back to public school that I would be a mess. Like, no, kicking, screaming, don't make this decision to take my kids back to public school. However, I have felt so much peace. A little nervousness. I won't say it hasn't been all peace. My inner self has come out, and I have been nervous. And today was the first day, and I cried a little bit yesterday, and then today I dropped them off at school, walked in my two younger ones who are in 4th and kindergarten, walked them into the elementary school, gave my big ones a hug. They are in middle school and high school, and they walked to their school. My little ones gave me a hug. They went to their classes. They were smiling. They were excited. They had a little nervousness in their eyes, but they were excited. And so I was okay. I'm my little toddler. I still have 2 little toddlers at home, and one of them was very, very sad. He told us in the car later, he said, I was not a little sad, Mom. I was big sad. And he was right. We were big sad to drop our big kids off, but we made it, and they are having a great time, I'm sure. So here we are. I'm here with my 2 little toddlers, and it has been the weirdest day. It is weird not to have our big kids home, and it has been fun focusing on just these 2 little boys who are wild and rambunctious and not at all giving me a break because they're 2 toddlers. Every time I told somebody that our kids were going back to public school, they would tell me, oh, you're going to get a nice break. And I just looked them dead in the eye like they were crazy, because they all know I have 2 toddlers. We don't tell moms who have 2 toddlers at home and no big kids that they get a break. No, it's hard. It is hard to have 2 little kids. So that was our day. It was different. It was quieter, but not quiet. It was rambunctious and wild. It is also my middle schooler's birthday, so my husband came home for lunch. We decorated for her birthday so she would come home surprised. It was just a big day. So here I am in the video, finally getting a chance to tidy up because it is quiet time, and I put on a movie because all of my efforts, moms, you know, sometimes all of our efforts to do bedtime, nap time, it just doesn't happen. So I resort to a movie sometimes. I don't care. So sue me. They watched a movie, and I knew that at least one of them would fall asleep. And thank goodness it was the 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old. He fell asleep because he has been dreading his nap for hours now. So finally asleep. I finally get some chores done. Luckily, my big kids are amazing and got their morning chores done really fast and really well. They just did such a good job. My kids they're pretty great kids. Do you hear my toddler? Come here, buddy. I cannot read Heekins to you. He likes to read The Last of the Mohicans with his daddy. This is a daddy book. So here I am finally cleaning up. I have a lot of rambling thoughts. For those of you that public school your children, I have some questions. It has been a very long time since my kids were in school. What do you do for after school snacks? Our kids are so lucky. Their school system gives them nutrition time in the morning, and the school provides a snack even all the way up to high school. And then their lunch is in the actual afternoon. When I was in school, I remember eating lunch at 10:30 in the morning sometimes because they had to start lunchtime that early because there were that many kids. This is a small school. They're all eating lunch in the actual afternoon. I still assume they're going to be hungry because it is 4 o'clock before they're out.
I want to read it.
And they're probably going to be hungry. So you'll see in a little bit, I'm assembling some food, some apple slices, some peanut butter with a little bit of chocolate chips in it, because who doesn't want a fun treat on the first day of school? It's going to be great. I have all the feels today. But what do you do? What do you do, friends? Do your kids come home starving? Do you just go ahead and feed them a big dinner and then like a snack later? I've heard of families doing that, and I'm so intrigued. Like, maybe I should just do a big crock pot meal right after school, let them eat a big meal, and then if they're still hungry before bed, give them the snack then. Or do you switch that and do a snack and then a big meal for dinner? Curious. They're all growing. They're big kids. They're getting big. So I know they're going to be hungry. My high schooler is always hungry. He is growing like an insane amount constantly. So I know he's going to eat an after-school snack. He's going to eat dinner. And then after the babies go to bed, he's going to come back for a second dinner just like he always does. Maybe with bigger portions since he's gone all day. I don't know. So many things to anticipate. But here we are, starting something new. And I just want to tell you, mamas, it's okay to change your mind. It's hard. It's hard to change our minds. It's hard to go from something you thought you would always do to, oh, Heavenly Father is changing our minds. And that's okay, because He's got us. He's got us. He's got it handled. He's watching over our kids. He's watching over us. We all have our own angels taking care of us. And that is so comforting to me, that even though I'm struggling, I know my kids are watched over, and I know I'm being watched over, and I want you to know that too, Mama, because I know that being a mom is hard. Making all these big decisions is hard because you feel the weight of the consequences of all the decisions. And I just want you to know that He loves you. He is watching over you. He's watching over your babies. And you're doing a good job, Mama. These decisions are hard. They're hard. And you're handling them so well. Your babies are so well loved. Keep it up. You're doing really, really great. Okay, bye.